The fluorescent lights buzzed like a swarm of angry hornets overhead as I slammed my fist into the glass door of the executive suite at 3 a.m., the impact sending a spiderweb crack across the pane. Blood trickled from my knuckles, warm and sticky, mixing with the cold sweat on my palm. I didn't feel the pain, not yet. All I felt was the white-hot fury exploding in my chest, the kind that makes your vision tunnel and your breath come in ragged gasps. My coworker Alex, my supposed ally, the one I'd shared late-night pizzas and confidential rants with, had just pocketed a $32,000 retention bonus while I got an insulting $4,500 pat on the back. And now, alone in the deserted office tower, I was about to burn it all down. It started 3 months ago, in the sterile glow of our cubicle farm, where the air always smelled faintly of burnt coffee and recycled despair. I'd been grinding at Apex Dynamics for 5 years, logging 60-hour weeks, sacrificing weekends to meet impossible deadlines. Alex and I were a team, or so I thought. We'd bonded over shared misery. The micromanaging boss, Harlan, with his perpetual smirk and empty promises. "You're invaluable," Harlan had said during my last review. His voice slick as oil. "Stick with us, and you'll be rewarded." I believed him. Why wouldn't I? Alex and I had co-led the merger project that saved the company millions. My spreadsheets, his presentations. We were equals, partners in the trenches. But doubt crept in like fog rolling off the city river outside our windows. Little things at first. Alex lingering in Harlan's office after hours, their laughter echoing down the hall. I'd brush it off, telling myself it was just networking. Then came the email leak. A forwarded chain I wasn't supposed to see, where Alex claimed full credit for the merger analytics I'd slaved over. My stomach twisted as I read it, sitting at my desk with the hum of the AC drowning out my pounding heart. "I handled the heavy lifting," Alex wrote. "Without my oversight, it would have tanked." Oversight. I'd caught his errors, fixed his slides. The betrayal hit like a gut punch, leaving me breathless, humiliated. I confronted him the next day in the break room, the scent of stale donuts thick in the air. "Hey man, what's this email about?" I asked, forcing a casual tone, though my voice cracked like thin ice. Alex froze, coffee mug halfway to his lips. His eyes darted, guilty, evasive, before he plastered on that charming grin. "Oh, that. Just office politics." Harlan needed a narrative. "You know how it is. Gotta sell yourself." He clapped my shoulder too hard, like we were buddies at a bar. "We're in this together, right? Your bonus is coming. Trust me." Trust him. The word soured in my mouth. That night, alone in my cramped apartment, the city's neon lights flickering through rain-streaked windows, resentment festered. I paced the threadbare carpet, replaying every shared secret, every laugh. Heartbreak mingled with anger. How could he? We'd dreamed of starting our own firm someday. Was it greed? Jealousy? Or had I been blind to his ambition all along? Denial gave way to fantasies. Smashing his computer, exposing his lies to the board. But doubt whispered, maybe I was overreacting. Maybe the bonus disparity was just bad luck. The obsession grew, a thorn embedding deeper. I'd stare at my screen during meetings, watching Alex schmooze. His tailored suit a stark contrast to my rumpled shirt. Harlan announced the bonuses in a company-wide email, the words blurring as I read mine. $4,500. Pittance. Alex's came in a separate, glowing memo. $32,004, exceptional leadership. I felt exposed, worthless, like everyone knew I'd been played. Humiliation burned my cheeks. I avoided eye contact in the halls, the clack of keyboards mocking my silence. Guilt crept in too. Should I have fought harder? Pushed back. But no, this was on them. Cold resolve solidified one stormy evening, thunder rumbling like distant artillery. I hacked into the shared drive, not hard with the lax security I'd warned them about. Files upon files. Confidential client data, merger docs. Deleting them outright felt too blunt, too traceable. Instead, I planned subtly. Alter key figures, plant discrepancies that would unravel slowly, like a poison in the bloodstream. Fear gnawed at me. What if I got caught? Lost everything. But the moral conflict raged. They deserved it. Alex's betrayal wasn't just professional. It was personal, a knife in the back from someone I'd called a friend. By 2 a.m. that fateful night, the office was a ghost town. The only sound the distant were of the elevator. I'd stayed late under the guise of catching up, my hands trembling as I logged in. Suspense built with every keystroke, my mind racing through scenarios. What if security cams caught me? What if Alex suspected? I paused, heart slamming, staring at the screen's blue glow reflecting in my eyes. This was it, the point of no return. With a deep breath I began. The cursor blinked accusingly as I navigated the folders, the office's silence amplifying my shallow breaths. I started small, tweaking revenue projections in the merger file, inflating numbers just enough to flag audits later. Each change sent a thrill of power through me, mixed with nausea. Was this justice or madness? Inner voices clashed, resentment screaming yes, guilt murmuring stop. But I pressed on, driven by the image of Alex's smug face cashing that check. Subtle hints of my plan had already slipped. A cryptic email to Harlan about discrepancies, unsigned. Let them sweat. Morning came too soon. I slipped out at 3:15 a.m., the cracked glass door a silent witness, my bandaged hand throbbing. At home, sleep evaded me. Instead, I replayed the night, obsession turning to paranoia. What if IT traced the logs? The next day, the office buzzed with normalcy. Phones ringing, printers humming, but tension simmered beneath. Alex cornered me by the water cooler. His face pale, eyes shadowed. "You hear about the file glitches?" he whispered, voice tight. "Harlan's flipping out. Thinks it's sabotage." I met his gaze, feigning surprise though my pulse raced. "No idea. Maybe a hack." Suppressed rage boiled as I watched him squirm. His usual confidence cracking. Manipulation laced his words. "If you know anything, we're friends, right? Help me out." Friends. The word ignited fresh fury. "Sure," I lied, a cold smile tugging my lips. "I'll look into it." Inside, triumph warred with doubt. Was I becoming the monster I despised? Suspense mounted over days. Harlan called emergency meetings. His smirk gone, replaced by frantic gestures. The altered data rippled. Clients questioned reports, stocks dipped slightly. I watched from my desk, the fluorescent hum now a symphony of impending doom. Alex grew desperate, confiding in me during a smoke break on the roof, wind whipping our ties. The city sprawled below, indifferent. "I think Harlan's pinning it on me," he admitted, voice breaking. "That bonus. It was a bribe. He wanted me to undermine you, take the credit. I needed the money, debts, you know? I'm sorry." Heartbreak surged anew. Not just betrayal but pity. His motivations laid bare. Desperation, not malice. Moral grayness hit hard. My revenge felt tainted. Guilt clawed deeper, had I gone too far? But resentment won. He'd chosen greed over loyalty. The climax unfolded in Harlan's office that Friday, rain lashing the windows like accusations. He'd summoned us both, files strewn across his desk. "Someone's tampering," he barked, eyes darting between us. Tension thickened the air, heavy as humidity. Alex cracked first. "It was him," he pointed at me, voice shrill. "He's jealous of the bonus." I stayed calm, resolve stealing me. "Check the logs," I said evenly. But I'd covered tracks, or so I thought. Harlan pulled up the system, his face draining of color. The alterations pointed back to Alex. I'd framed him subtly, routing changes through his IP during a shared session he'd forgotten. Harlan's rage exploded. "You're fired, Alex. Security's coming." Alex turned to me, eyes wide with shock and dawning horror. You did this." I said nothing, but my silence screamed. As guards escorted him out, his pleas echoing down the hall, a twist unraveled. Harlan offered me a promotion, a sly grin returning. Smart move. We need loyalists like you. Poetic justice soured. I'd won, but at what cost? Walking out that night, the city lights blurring through tears, I realized the revenge had hollowed me. Obsession's price. Isolation, guilt's shadow. The bonus disparity faded, replaced by a colder truth. I'd become just like them,